I wanna, oh, no, oh, 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 oh. Step into the ring, it's the champion's corner time. Oh, oh, WWE, and they only break it down. We shine from the top rope to the mat, all the action, all the heat. Champions Corner podcast where the real fans meet. Champions Corner podcast where the real fans meet.
Lovely people. We love to see you. Time, Mr. Champions Corner podcast. Where the real fans meet at. We're to talk about some wrestling. Talk about right today. We're talking about AEW. That Dynamite, man. A lot of things going on. We're building up the Full Gear. Full Gear getting a full lineup. I'm kind of getting pretty much excited, especially with the Kyle Fletcher and Ospreay match. Now that that's official, I'm happy because that's a match I feel like is probably going to steal the show. But we also got Swerve and Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley's first match at AEW. That's so. I think Swerve is outgunned right now. Swerve, my guy. He's one of the most dangerous AEW. He say he is the most dangerous AEW. But I think Bobby and the Syndicate, they got his number right now. Also, we got Adam Cole. He ain't gonna make it at Full Gear. So we gotta talk about that, man. It's so much. It's so much, man. But we're gonna first. I'm gonna start it off introduce my brother, Mr. BJ, with the professor. What's going on? How you feeling? How you feel about AEW this week?
Man, let me tell you something. It was a very fast-paced show. It was events happening after event after event. It was a lot. It was really action-packed. The crowd was they were there, but it was a good show. It was a good show for what it was. So yeah, I'm excited to talk about it. I am looking forward to Full Gear. I'm kind of interested to see how this match card all plays out when it gets fully developed.
Yeah, you talk about that crowd. Oh, I feel like it was another one of them small crowds where I hear too many voices, too many individual voices. And
Yeah,
too clear at that. I was like, Lord, and the crowd wasn't even that hype for a lot of things. So I was like, oh boy, man,
yeah, that crowd.
it's a good show, but it's just that crowd is, I don't know, they need smaller arenas or something like that. I don't know what's going on because I hate when I hear too many voices. Like even during the Moxley promo, I was like, I heard it perfect. Go back to Roman. I was like, geez. I was like, oh
That was I didn't like that.
yeah.
That was pretty good. I remember the time when Jay White did a promo and that right or no silent part. So I'm like, who wrote this? Like, wow, don't wow.
Right. And then when Swerve messed up the town, the name of the city, he said what? Hey, what did he
Stanford,
say?
Connecticut.
Yeah, he said Stanford. They was in Bridgeport, and so the crowd let all of them have doing the whole thing pretty much. He was chanting Bridgeport. So I don't know, that crowd was something else with this one. But I want to start with Moxley talking junk to Orange Cassidy. It's like pretty much saying, I did all this. I thought I could shake you, but it seemed like you still coming at me. And Orange Cassidy is showing confidence against all of that the Death Riders have done up to this point, and he's still not shaking right now. He's still going forward, even though he didn't want to be the leader to do this. He didn't want to stand out to do this, but he's moving forward with it, and he's ready for Moxley at Full Gear. He says. But he wants to take Yuta out first now on the next week's Dynamite, and well, they continue to treat Yuta like he ain't nothing. It's like they dynamic really changed with him. It's just so crazy from what the BCC was, and now with the Death Riders, we'll call them Moxley Crew on this show. They were treating Yuta like a scrub, bro. But how do you feel
Yeah.
about this? How you feel about the whole exchange because Moxley is putting more emphasis on the title, saying that now that I have that, even though he's not showing it, it's in the briefcase. I have the power, and he he putting the focus on the title right now. So, but how do you feel about the exchange?
So I do like it because the John Moxley and Orange Cassidy is kind of a long, it's sort of a long story building up to their match going into Full Gear. I can't help but also be reminded of the match they had prior for the International Championship in 2023. But since that time, before the granted, Cassidy won that match for the championship, which he did point out. But since that time, Cassidy stepped his game up, and now he wants to try to capture the AEW World Title, making him one of the top stars in AEW. Now, the altercation I thought was pretty good. It was a little undersold in how they said John Moxley was going to take over the Superstation. He really didn't do too much of a takeover as it was just a regular style promo. But one of the key things that I took away from it was Orange Cassidy's get up, his gear. Usually it's all denim and white. Slowly, it became just a black shirt, still the denim, maybe even a black denim and a white shirt. But now he's just dressed in all black. It's almost like watching a simulant suit take him over to some degree. Um, I like how it's telling the story of him kind of be that laid back persona, becoming more of a formidable opponent towards Moxley. I just don't know if he's going to legitimately win, though. That's the only thing about it. I'm not convinced that he's going to win. And then on top of that, I want to know, what does that mean for Moxley if he wins? Like, does that prove his point, or is he? It's What is Moxley trying to get out of this? Is he trying to get Orange Cassidy to be something bigger than he isn't, or to be better than what he is? Like, I'm still not exactly sure what is it that Moxley wants. That's the only
Yeah,
thing.
I still feel like it's an underlying focus that he has or mission that he's on, and it's not fully fleshed out. And something may happen at the pay-per-view to give us more insight on that, because he's saying he's gonna beat down Orange Cassidy, like he'd be unrecognizable, and he's trying to use Orange Cassidy as a warning shot to anybody else who comes after his title or comes after what power that he say he possesses. So I feel like more needs to be fleshed out and said, but like I said, pay-per-view might showcase that. Like I said, it's also to build up to the pay-per-view, so hopefully that's what it is doing. But it seems like he's trying to scare everybody, and Orange actually continues to come forward and come after him. And he got like what's it what's his name, Briscoe behind him.
Oh, Jay Briscoe. Yeah, that's the conglomeration. That's
Yeah,
what they
yeah, he
call
got
him.
a conglomerate behind him. And Darby Allin came out of nowhere when when Death Riders were trying to leave. Came out the stands. He jumped on them. So they're a little shaken. This was kind of the first time I feel like the Death Riders are kind of really backing down and running away. Even though
Mm,
I laughed so hard when Darby Allin jumped on the back of that truck, and
yeah.
Claudio got out the truck and said, "Boy, if you don't get off my boy," it's like, "Get off my dang old truck, boy. What are you
Man,
doing?" And he
seriously,
slammed him
he's
against
walking right to the gate.
yeah,
Love
slammed him
it.
against the gate, and then they did the twirl against the gate too. I was like, "Oh my god, the
Mhm.
power of Claudio is just unmatched right now. He just ragdolled this man, domination at its finest." And that's the only way Wheeler Yuta was able to get on the truck, because they would have left without him. They left him behind. And even during the
Which,
promo, Wheeler Yuta was saying, "I'm not nobody," because Orange Cassidy was calling him a pawn. They was like, he was relating this to chess or whatever, saying, I'm taking out the pawns to get after the king," which is talking about Moxley. And Wheeler Yuta said, "I'm no pawn. I'm gonna show you what a pawn is," or something like that. And Claudio was saying,
Claudio,
"Just shut up." He
right?
was just shut up. I was like,
So,
"God,
listen,
dog."
look, I don't even know what that was supposed to be. Like, he said, I'm no pawn. I am not. And Claudio's like, dude, shut up. And then what do? He shut up. So it's like, well, okay, I guess it's supposed to build up the story that eventually Willa Yuta's going to betray them. I don't know. What again? Just what do you want, Moxley? What do you want? You trying to get AEW to be something bigger than what it is? Like, look, you guys aren't pushing yourself hard enough. Listen, man. Some people are just mid carders. That's okay. Everybody ain't got to be a main eventer. You ain't got to do that. You ain't got to beat up Chuck Taylor and all that. Like, who are you helping by doing this?
Yeah,
I don't know.
and really, him trying to motivate everybody is kind of a good guy leader in the locker room type of stance. But he just, I guess, is another way. It was like way he going about it. It's just not a baby face type. You know what I'm saying? And when he putting bags on people's face and stomping people's heads between chairs,
Oh, you
and
mean
stuff
attempted
like.
murder isn't? You saying attempted murder is not a good motivator? Yeah, usually that isn't the best motivator. No, it
Usually
isn't.
not. Usually hit people's hands with hammers and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, people ain't want to listen to you if you're doing all that. Yeah, but I mean, he got a good mission statement, but it's just the way he going about it. I guess that's what, like I said, that's what makes him the heel about it. Just like with, I would say, Daniel Bryan in WWE. Well, you know, that's why I said Daniel Bryan because WWE when he was doing the whole "I'm a vegan" gimmick. Whatever.
Oh, the Planet's Champion. I
Yeah,
love the
the
Planet's
Planet
Champion.
Champion. He saying stuff that the world should be listening to, but I guess how he says it makes him the bad guy. He's trying to force it on everybody, makes him the bad guy. So it's kind of
Look,
like that in a sense.
yeah, but real quick to that. When Brian Danielson did the promo where he was sitting in the stands and had that big meaty burger and told everyone that you're dumb and you're stupid for eating this, and then he stepped on it. Yeah, that was a horrible promo, but I loved it. Like, yeah, he was probably wrong in what he said, but I loved how he still said it. It was one of the
Yeah,
best ones.
yeah. But that's what I keep thinking about with how Moxley's going about this. Like I said, he got good intentions, but he's doing it with bad influence, I guess, you know, the way he's going
Mm.
about it. But like I said, the AEW originals are teaming up. They sticking together with it. I thought they let it go. Some of them let it go, but some of them they are sticking together with this. They want to go against the Death Riders, and so. But I still think Orange Cassidy is not winning this match. I mean, I just can't see him winning this match. And I'm really interested to see who will be next. Will it be Darby Allin? Will it be Garcia? Well, Garcia's going against
Jack Perry.
Jack Perry.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think who will be next after Orange Cassidy fails in this first attempt.
Well, you said that.
Yeah,
Uh,
I mean, I just don't have no confidence. Orange Cassidy seems like he got the confidence. I don't have confidence in Orange Cassidy. I just don't
no,
see
that's
him
fair.
beating Moxley. He beat Moxley before, but the way it's going right now, I just don't see it. And it's Moxley's first defense. Also, that's what kind of that first defense always has me doubting the challenger. So
No, that's a good point. I don't know because if it ain't Darby Allin, then like you mentioned, well, someone who's not on the roster right now because they're out on injury, maybe a Kenny Omega. Who knows? Maybe Adam Copeland may come back and try to set some things straight because he's been gone for a while and he likes AEW, and I'm pretty sure he don't like how John Moxley's doing things. I would think. I don't know.
yeah, or could it be the winner out of Adam Page and Jay White?
Or could it be Eddie Kingston? He's kind of due for a comeback. I like
Um,
Eddie Kingston.
oh yeah. Bro, the match they had Eddie Kingston and Moxley. I mean, that's one of
Oh
my
yeah,
favorite
they do have a
moments.
history
Moments at
too.
AEW, huh?
And no,
That,
you mentioned that like they do have a history too. So yeah, that could work.
yeah, and that's one of my favorite moments at AEW. Them two going at it, especially their promos. So I wouldn't mind that too with Eddie Kingston. So, but we'll see. Um, but I mentioned Jay White and Adam Page because, like I said, they did a tag match. Actually, it was kind of weird to me for Dynamite with Adam Page and Christian teaming up with against Jay White and
They were
Robin.
the
And
juice.
Adam
Yeah,
Page won. Adam
they
Page
did
and
pull it
Christian
out in
won.
the end.
But
Yeah, they did win. That was a pretty big win on them. Let me ask you though. Speaking of Christian Cage, real quick, how do you feel about Christian Cage and his story going in with Hook? That's actually really what they should have been focusing on this week.
it should have been because but Hook did get involved. He was around, but he got old boy the other son of Christian on the on kayfabe wise.
Keith
I think he
Sabian.
would attack Christian. So I don't know, but I mean, how I feel about it, I'm enjoying it because Christian is such a great promo and a great heel for this company, and so, but he always tries to take it as far as he can to get you fired up, get the whoever babyface he fight, he'll get them fired up. So it makes him look good in the end. So I'm enjoying it. Like I said, the patriarchy is a very intriguing gimmick, intriguing character for Christian. Okay, and
I like it.
the way he's playing it, yeah, they're like y'all my sons. Like, they all looking to
He's
me and like,
expanding. He's
yeah,
expanding his family. I like
yeah. He's adopting wrestlers out here.
it.
And he holds that key to the championship. So I mean that could come in at any time. So that's very interesting for him to continue to hold that contract also. So all that with Christian is very intriguing. I like it.
Yeah, I like to see where it kind of goes because Hook has always kind of been in the same spot. I mentioned before when he was going through the feud with Jericho, it was for the FTW title, and then Hook went into it and came out of it the exact same Hook that he started in AEW. Like no progression with Hook has happened. However, I would love to see Hook join the patriarchy and Christian guide him into being a champion he should be. The one thing I loved last week was a promo Christian had. He says, "Do you want to be like your father, who was just a big fish in a small pond in ECW, but as soon as he went to a bigger stage, relegated himself to the commentary booth where he belonged? Or do you want to be a champion like me, like I've been in different organizations?" Like, hey, I don't know. Maybe he
All
should
right.
look at a different role model.
Hey, it was a fair point, but like I said before, like I said last time we talked about it, I felt like he just ruined it but with that last line. I was like, I wish your
Oh
father was
yeah.
dead.
He
Like,
went that extra mile.
yeah, he went the extra mile with it, so it kind of ruined it for him. But like, he was making a great point because I think Hook was kind of intrigued and listening at that. But it would be a twist if Hook still joined him though.
Yeah, that's what I'm still waiting on. I'm still waiting on. I got Hook joining him. Hook's going to join because Hook needs a heel arc. He needs an arc that changes his character so he can come back around being the old Hook, but better.
Yeah, yeah. So
I love to see it.
it'd be intriguing. So I don't know, but Christian is playing his role to the T, but and I'm loving every bit of it. I'm loving it, man. Uh, but also, I want to talk about Swerve, man. Like him and Leo Rush had a awesome match. I feel like he was wrestling at first. He was wrestling circles around Leo, but Leo that speed, man, that he could make get you to go one way and he go another way. So he could throw you off real quick. And so I thought this was a great match. It was Swerve's, I think, second match back because he fought Shelton, and then he had this as a match with Leo. And he continued to tie that he's the most dangerous man, but now that Bobby Lashley's in here, I don't know. He's out. I feel like he's outgunned right now. And Swerve can always find a way, but Bobby and Shelton and MVP also, they dominating right now. They showing having the numbers game on their side, and these are big dudes, and they can take you out individually, but the numbers game makes them even more dangerous. So I don't
Yeah.
know how much that Swerve had. I don't know what side I'm on with this. I think Bobby gonna win his first match, so I don't know how much of a chance Swerve has. That's what I'm trying to say with the match they have at Full Gear.
Oh, well, if you can look, if I'm putting on a percent level, I'm doing the negative 100%. Swerve is losing. Listen, he should have just taken the business card, done good business, and teamed up. But now you got to suffer the consequences of being stubborn. Swerve, you had a good run. You was a world champion. But even then, you reap the benefits of, I'm sorry, you are suffering the consequences you created. You went against Adam Hangman Page. You stalked his family. You put his family in danger. He burned your house down, power bombs you on the cinder block, stuck a syringe in your mouth, and put you to rest. That's what happens, Swerve. That was the end of your story. You lost the world title to Bryan Danielson on a career run, and he ended up losing to John Moxley because he wants to reconfigure AEW. Swerve. Nana did you well. And I'm not saying you need to betray him, but I'm saying you shouldn't have thrown that card away because now you woke up the beast and you are not ready for Bobby Lashley.
Hey, yeah, because Swerve could look good in he probably look good in the suit. Probably look good in the suit now. But we know who's been wearing a suit a lot is Ricochet.
I was about to get to that. Just
Yeah.
dashing
And
on him.
so, because like I said, they already had a kind of foreshadow where they was surrounding him was that last week, and then he had the suit on in. So, I mean, you right there. And Leo Rush, he said he kept the card for a reason, but he lost to Swerve. So I don't know, even though Shelton Benjamin did too. So, I mean, I don't know. So, but Leo Rush was out there the whole time doing the whole Swerve beatdown. So I don't know if Leo Rush still trying to be a part of the group. Because, he was part of the group with he's part of the Top Flight faction a little bit. So I don't know what Leo Rush intentions are right now, but I guess we'll see. And I'm still thinking about who going to be that next member of the Hurt Syndicate. And they got a few options.
Oh, you also don't forget about Max Caster. He's out there. He has a card too.
Yeah. So I'm really intrigued. Like I said, let us know in the comments who you think the next member of Hurt Syndicate going to be. But it could be any one of these guys. And like I said, Swerve could have been a great choice to be in this group. Because I don't think I'm sure they wouldn't have held him back. They ain't trying to be. They're trying to be an equal member group. Like say, you could go for the world title. Bobby could go for the Continental. Shelton go for the International. And I mean, they could have 3 champions right there.
Oh, well, we're talking about well, we're going to be serious about how this. I'm going to tell you exactly how this group should go. This is my prediction. Maybe my preference. Fine, let's Swerve. If you don't want to join, don't let Swerve join. If Leo Rush wants to join, maybe we'll see. If Max Caster wants to join, possibly. I'll tell you who should join. Will Hobbs, since he came back, and Ricochet. And what you do is you do it like Evolution. Hobbs is the Batista role. Build him up to be the powerhouse. He's still young. He still has a lot of time under his belt. He just needs good tutelage to do so. Ricochet. Everyone knows that Ricochet's out of this world. We know what he can do. The problem is Ricochet don't have a strong enough personality for a lot of us to care about. But you let MVP take care of the personality and Ricochet just be Ricochet, there's your Randy Orton. You have your Triple H and Bobby Lashley, and I guess Shelton Benjamin, who's just, I don't know, Shelton, I mean, you got to have Shelton Benjamin, right? Just, he's the extra one, but you got to have him. There it is right there. That's your Hurt Syndicate. You don't need no one else if you just add them. Shelton, Bobby, MVP. Those are your veterans. And then your future, I guess you could say Ricochet, definitely Will Hobbs. And if you want to add in other people, I guess you can, but those would be my 2 main ones that I want to see join and see them flourish to be what they can be. I think the Hurt Syndicate can do that for them.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I was thinking about just going to pick one more member, but them 2, yeah, that could work. It's a full syndicate. I mean, having them 2 in, somebody pushing the future, and I feel like that's another thing that they came there to do, not just to rehash what the Hurt Business what the Hurt Business was and could have been, and put their vision out there. They there to build up a younger talent. They're there to hurt people and build up a younger talent in the process and push the group forward. And so, yeah, you can build up 2 people, and then you might have add a woman, a female person too, female wrestler in there also. I mean,
if you add a female, then Red Velvet. If you add a female, I'm adding Red Velvet or what's her name? Princess Amidala. Queen Amidala, yeah. That's it.
Yeah, one of them 2. They need that. They need that. Both of them need that.
She's really good. She's really good.
Yeah, and she already could talk that noise. but she need that little bit of credibility behind her to intimidate the other women. I don't know. Well, let's see what they do, but they got some options. Like I said, they got some options. I'm ready to see who they pull the trigger with. But we're gonna also. I know it's a touchy subject for you about Adam Cole. I want to go over to him.
Yeah, we can
He
do that.
he actually failed his last match against Takeshita. I said last week I thought Takeshita I was feeling down because I was like, dang, Takeshita gonna lose another match? He's the champion, but he pulled out the victory because of that ring that for MJF. And when he got the victory,
Yeah,
they show MJF just cracking up. I was like, they show MJF
yeah.
laughing.
Hang on. Yeah, he was laughing and all that. So real quick, I'm happy Takeshi got the win, but I'm still a little weird about Takeshi even being in this situation in the first place. The guy beat Kenny Omega. He should be treated as a star. I don't think your international champion or any champion should be a hired gun for a non-champion. And that's sort of what he was in this sense. He was treated as a hitman and not as a champion. So I'm a little indifferent in that. Just Takeshi, I feel like doesn't get the respect he deserves. The guy is a phenomenal talent. He needs to be treated like the star he is and not as a muscle. But I am happy he beat Adam Cole, especially since Roderick Strong won. When Roderick Strong beats Lance Archer, I legit thought, oh my goodness, they're gonna make this a triple threat match. Well, if it's a triple threat match, then you might as well call it a handicap match because why would Adam Cole and Roderick Strong battle each other? Like there was no reason. Yeah, I was happy
That's
Adam
why.
Cole lost.
That's why it's so weird, man. And because the whole thing is between mostly Adam and MJF. Roderick seemed like the extra. So, but now he's going for the match. And that's
Well,
what I felt before. I thought Undisputed Kingdom was going we're going to turn on Adam Cole because they felt so awkward when they came out when Adam Cole was saying he was trying to do this by himself. So I don't know where it's
yeah.
going. And then now you got Kyle
Oh,
O'Reilly coming out there. He was watching, he's been watching for the past few weeks. They showed him watching in the back, and he came out there trying to help out Roger Strong, but didn't want to shake Adam Cole's hand. So what's up with that? It's a lot going on, man. It's
it is a lot. Because, I mean, I get that Roger, because, Roger kept trying to tell Adam Max ain't good for you, but it's like, well, you guys betrayed Max. So, I don't know. It's weird. I don't know where he fits into it. The match against MJF so that's the other thing. He's still going to fight MJF at Full Gear. That's the match that's happening. I just, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's going to be a good match because Roger Strong's a really good wrestler. We know MJF's going to be a good wrestler too, but I don't know why it matters. Like, what's on? It's not even a grudge match between these two. This is a match that could legit just happen to Dynamite. I don't know.
and that's
I don't know.
that's what we talked about before about matches that could have been on Dynamite to give you a main event or whatever you want to call it, and they don't have to be on have a long show for the pay per view by having
Yeah,
adding extra matches. And this is like looking like it's going to be one of them because I feel like the more bigger feud was between Adam Cole, even though you don't agree with the feud. Well, a lot of people, some like more than just you, probably they don't agree with the feud between Adam Cole and MJF should continue. But that seemed like that was more of the grudge that was going on between them two. So
like the feud can continue. It's just you got to make it make sense. Don't just have them continue because they had a like. What's the reasoning? I mentioned this before. This best story could have been Adam Cole comes back. He says his whole bit, I'm done with MJF. I did X, Y, and Z. And then he just said, I'm going to pursue championships. And then you have MJF who's like, okay, hold on a second. I know I don't really want nothing to do with you, but what you're not about to do is start winning championships as long as I'm here. And then that could rehash the feud. That could be a slow burn to bring the feud back, but at least it motivates the reason for them to fight. Just give me a motivated reason outside of, well, they had their story, so they have to have their match. Well, okay, but I don't know. Time passed by. You got to give me a reason. Especially when you talk about Adam Cole being the face now. Like, if he came back as a heel, which you, I don't know. It's just, I don't want to hash over it again. I said this thing like 3 or 4 times in so many videos. It is what it is.
I know, I get you, but I feel you, man. And like I said, and we'll see what Adam Cole does, but going back to Kesha,
Yeah,
and like you said, he feel like, oh, he's a hired gun and whatnot, or trying to be like the champion. He's a champion, but he feel like he the muscle, and he going on. That's the situation, but he also trying to be who's the alpha of Don Callis family, because it's between him and Kyle Fletcher. Like, who's really the main guy in this faction? And so, and then you got Ricochet, and above all that, you got Ricochet, hounding him about the title shot. So he got a lot going on, and we'll see what he does. But speaking of Kyle Fletcher, him and Ospreay, like I said, they got a match at Full Gear. They did a promo on Dynamite, and Ospreay is like, man, what do you really want, man? What is this? Like, we've been brothers for so long. You know my family. You know where I stay at. You know my kids. Like, yo, what is this? Okay, you think I'm overshadowing you? Okay, or whatever. So, do you want to be like me, or do you not want to be like me, or do you want to? Or you
yeah.
above the situation? I mean, what is it?
He
And
did
it's
kind
like
of put me.
yeah. And Ospreay went on to talk about what he's done in the past and whatnot to Kenny Omega and Okada and the championships he's had, and saying Fletcher hasn't done nothing by himself. And Fletcher like, yeah, okay, but I'm talking about what I'm about to do. That's my focus. What I'm doing in the future. And I'm starting with you. I'm gonna beat you. I'm surpassing you at this moment. That's what I'm focused on. I'm having this pay-per-view match. Finally get my one-on-one pay-per-view match with this, and I'm ready to take you out. So
Yeah.
I don't know if I know. I don't know if I ain't noticed before. Fletcher's much. It seems like he's a little.
Much taller, bigger.
Yeah, he's bigger than Ospreay. I didn't
Yeah.
notice that before. I don't know why, but I don't know. It just
Yeah.
seemed
I don't know. Maybe it was the
weird.
camera angle or something, but the way the camera had lined up with them, Kyle Fletcher looked. I won't say he wasn't like towering over him, but he really did seem like he was bigger than Osprey. Like it didn't seem like that from perspective beforehand. I always feel like Osprey was taller.
Yeah,
It
or
was
they was the
weird.
same height or something. Same size. I
Yeah,
don't know. It seemed off a little bit. I don't know. But I mean, what you
that
think
was a
about this
little.
exchange between them? No.
I liked it actually. I liked it because you know what? I liked it. Will Ospreay sort of just undressed it. As far as I'm concerned, he kind of just spat on everything Kyle Fletcher did, which is fine because I didn't like the Kyle Fletcher shaven head promo. I thought it was cool, but I didn't know if it meant anything. And I liked that Will Ospreay said, "Okay, hold up, bro. You went this whole spiel talking about how I've tried to mold you to be like me, and then you cut your hair off saying you don't want to be anything like me." But then you want to say you want to go around and betray people because you figured that's what I would do. So now you're trying to be like me. But which one is it? You trying to or you're not trying to? I like the fact that Will Ospreay undressed him by saying, "Yeah, you said I betrayed all these people, but guess what? I had done this. I won that. I made a name for myself before I did any so-called betrayals. What have you done by yourself for you to say you want to betray me?" Oh, okay. So now you talk about the future. Well, here's the future, Kyle Fletcher. The future is you looking at the ceiling lights while the referee's counting to three, because that's about the end of this whole situation. I liked it. I like Will Ospreay. I'm rooting for him to win. I like Kyle Fletcher. I really do, but he ain't ready. He's not ready. He
Oh
needs some
no!
more time. And Will Ospreay is going to give him the time he thinks he's ready for and show why he's not ready.
Wow. Okay.
I
Um,
said it.
I feel like Osprey is going to win, but I feel like Fletcher needs this win because this is one of their stars that they could build up.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean,
Yeah. Will Ospreay goes.
he got a squad behind him. Yeah, he has a squad behind him, and so
Yeah.
no, I can't say that because Osprey got a team behind him too because he got Will Hobbs and what's his name,
Ricochet and Mark Davis.
Mark
That's
Davis.
it.
Even though him and Mark Davis they're not on the same page, seeming like. And I think Mark Davis was saying you didn't guide him the right way or something like that. And he kind of walked off when Ospreay met him outside. You know, he helped him in the ring, and Mark Davis still said he had Ospreay's back, but he said it's like he's saying Fletcher may be right in a sense, and you
Maybe.
didn't guide
I
him the right
mean,
way, or you felt like he was better than him, or something like that. And so I don't know where Mark Davis really stands. So I'm not sure where this will go.
ooh, that's true. He may have his loyalty with Kyle Fletcher. I mean, they were all brought in as the United Kingdom. And I'll be the first one to admit, I don't know the full history of the United Kingdom. I don't. I really don't. But I will say that I know that Mark Davis and Kyle Fletcher were at least tag team champions. And if anything, Better Than You Baby won the Ring of Honor tag titles off of those two. Just
Oh
connection.
yeah.
So I don't know. Mark Davis may end up playing a factor in giving Kyle Fletcher the win, which will be nice actually, because it could help build up Kyle Fletcher. It really can. So yeah, if Fletcher wins, it's definitely going to be some interference. But if we're talking about just straight on head to head, oh Will Ospreay about to give that dude some work. He about
Oh
to put him
yeah.
to the
Yeah.
ring.
Yeah. Like I said, this may be match of the night. I mean, because Will Ospreay is known for doing that this year, having that
Yeah.
match of the show. But it's some other contenders also. So I ain't gonna give it to him just yet. I'm just waiting to see the matches because I feel like that Bobby and Swerve. I'm really looking forward to that.
That's gonna
So
be
I
good.
mean, we'll see what happens with that. But I'm talking about the women a little bit real quick. And Mercedes Moné
Oh
continue to talk
yeah.
down to Camille, and Camille still ain't doing. She really ain't doing her job because boy, Statlander continues
She's
to get the one up on these two.
these two. Yeah, both of them. Right.
Yeah, Camille
Oh,
ain't being that bodyguard like she should be, man. I mean, she put her through a wall for God's sakes.
yeah. Camille has not. That's the funny thing about it, because I guess Mercedes is supposed to be a villain, a bad guy, and all this, but I ain't gonna lie to you. I kind of side with Mercedes. Camille, you can't drive. You can't protect me. You can't beat the person I'm asking you to beat. What do you do, Camille? Like, what am I paying you for right now? It sucks because Camille debuted. I like the Brick House, but yeah, she's not doing anything that is of value, honestly, for Mercedes. Kind of hurting her.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe she, like I said, maybe she could come in the clutch at the pay-per-view.
Maybe. You help with the win. Well, okay, so let's break that down then. Do you see Mercedes being in real danger of losing this title to Chris Statlander, or do you think that, Mercedes is going to walk out with this title, keep the reign going?
I think Statlander is a threat to her reign right now. I really do. The way it's going, the way it's looking. But I think, like I said, Mercedes going to pull something out, and Camille, like, they're going to come in the clutch and finally step up as a bodyguard and keep the title on Mercedes. Because Statlander, like we've said in previous episodes, Statlander has a start and stop
Yeah,
push, and
yeah,
she's not the only one in AEW like that. But I mean, a lot of her wins aren't pushing her forward, and so maybe this next TBS title win could do it. But I just think Mercedes got something up her sleeve because she it's like she got to have a backup plan if Camille ain't working right the way she's supposed to already leading up to this. So I feel like Mercedes will have a backup plan beyond that. So I feel like Mercedes will pull it out.
okay, that's fair. She might pull it out because someone else may take it from her. I really do want Statlander to win. From one standpoint, it's because Statlander, she beat Jay Cargill. She took that girl's streak. She broke the streak. I feel like that should have some real weight to it. And to kind of help rejuvenate that weight, I feel as if she should beat Mercedes. Try to recapture that she had. Because, I don't know, she lost it. Now, if she loses the title back to Mercedes, I'm fine with that. That could be just her thing. But I want to see that for Statlander. However, I agree with what you're saying. I do kind of feel like Mercedes is still going to pull it out with either Camille's help or not, something that's just going to be an insurance policy is going to help her win. I can see
Yeah,
that being the case.
right. Well, like I said, we'll wait to see. Hope it's a great match. I mean, but I also want to talk about Mariah. Was Mariah May on this episode of Dynamite?
Um, No, but Mina and Shakira was on there.
Yeah, I was like
Yeah.
confused. I figured if Mina was on there, she had to be talking to Mariah.
Yeah, it's funny, right? Mina's actually on the show. Mariah wasn't on the show with her. That's a bit weird because those two were like trying to meet up with each other for the longest, and now it's just
I don't know.
I don't
And
know.
she got a challenge from damn, I don't even know the girl name, but
Oh,
it was a
Harley,
funny
Harley Cameron.
exchange, huh?
Yeah, Harley Cameron.
Yeah, it was a funny exchange because I was rolling. It was dumb, but it was funny. And like we go tit for tit and see who the breast woman is. I was like, what?
That is clever. That was clever. And then they started
Like,
doing the shake. Yeah.
yeah, that's I know the shaking. And Renee was like, calm it down. Like, what is this? I think they're gonna fight on Collision or whatever. So I mean, that made me laugh. So I might be interested to even watch the match. So I don't know.
It's collision. I understand. It will be
Yeah,
interesting to see how it goes. Um, Real quick, to the point of seeing people, I want to talk about the tag titles because I do want to
yeah,
address this. So, Private Party won the tag titles, and right now their first title defense is scheduled to be this Fatal Four Way.
which is
I
crazy.
don't know. I know, right? I don't know. Here's my thing. I feel like with Private Party winning the tag titles and then immediately just sitting on pause until Full Gear sort of takes the steam out of their sales as well. They kind of should be doing something besides sitting around watching matches. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. And I was listening to that's another person you could hear it clearly, too clearly. I only had the mic on him, I guess, but
Yeah, but
he,
still.
he he was watching the match between House of Black and FTR. He's like, man, I thought that was it. He kept saying that. Man, they had me with
Yeah.
that one. Like this is a match right here. This is a match right here. I thought that was it. Dang, they got me
And you see this?
again, man.
But see, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Like, if you're gonna do that, then have them sit at commentary so that people can legit just hear them say this stuff. Because you got to do one of two things, man. You got to make them feel important. Don't have them just sit on stage watch a match. If you're gonna have them just view matches, put them on commentary. Have them do like color commentary. That stuff would be funny. Can help get them over. Or have them do occasional matches so people can remember. Oh yeah, those guys are the tag champs. So what do I
Well,
have?
with that, I feel like then you already if you win this match, you already beating three teams out of the division. And so I'm trying to think who would they go to after that? I don't know. I
Or
mean,
just be the team.
they can find the people that lost in the tournament, but I mean, they lost.
Yeah.
I don't know. After this 44 way,
Yeah. That's the question. Like, if you lost in the tournament, why do you get a match coming out of the whole Yeah, yeah, I get you.
yeah. But that's what I'm trying to. I hope they win their first, defense. Like I said, this first defense is always they say it's always the hardest. But in a sense, in kayfabe or out of kayfabe, it might be someone's always the easiest because nobody thinks you're gonna lose your first one.
Well, hey, I don't know. I got Sasha Banks on line one. If you want to talk about first title defenses,
Boy,
you want
boy.
to pick that up? You want to leave her on hold?
Shit, I don't think she want to talk about that. She might hang up herself. He said, "That's not me. I am Mercedes Monet now." No,
Oh,
but
anything can happen. Oh man.
yeah, I just don't want it to be like, oh, we beat three teams, and that was the extent of our run, and that's what they're gonna brag about, and then they lose their next defense after that. So hopefully it keeps going for them. They hold the titles for a little longer, and because like so you already got the Outrunners, House of Black now, and they waiting on the third team, and I feel like who is that going to be? It's between
It's between the Acclaim and another team. I forgot who it is. 'Cause I figure the Acclaim may not win since they seem to be having tension.
is it Roosh and
Oh, LFI? Maybe. LFO? Is it LFO? No, LFO was that band. New Kids on the Block had a bunch of hits. Chinese food makes me sick.
I got it. I got it. But, no, but yeah, I think the claim gonna be in this. That'll be the fourth team in this fatal four way match. Um, I'm trying to see who I see winning this.
Um.
I was
Oh, dude,
surprised.
listen,
I was surprised
don't be
House of
surprised if
Black
the
got in the
Outrunners win.
match
Yeah, a lot of people said that. So, is it because it's the House of Black? Like, why are people so surprised they got in the match?
because I don't know because it's FTR. They fought FTR, and with that thing that happened last week where Malachi Black just gave up against Adam
Oh,
Cole,
yeah.
I was like, ugh.
That was weird that he did just give up that match. I don't understand. And then he wonders why people think he was retiring. Well, you gave up the match. You had this long-winded goodbye handshake. You stood on the ramp. Adam Cole was saying this like he was never going to wrestle again about how much of a competitor you are. Whatever, Alistair. Look at
Right,
here,
what you,
Malik.
here you go. Like, what you want people to think, bro? Like, and I like him, man. Like, his move is great. I love his move set. His gimmick, the gimmick is always, spooky and whatnot, but it's always been a like cool, badass gimmick. So I just want to see where he goes. It seems like he's not happy in AEW, so that's why a lot of people think he want to go back to WWE, especially to be with his wife,
Oh,
Zelina.
just real quick,
So,
is House of Black is the House of Black supernatural? Do they have powers too, or are they just creepy?
uh, I think they just kind of the creepy type of spooky type thing, but they always do the lights out thing and appear in the ring.
Yeah.
But a lot of people do that, so that don't matter. So
Yeah,
I
I
don't
gotta
know.
say that's okay. I was
Yeah.
just curious, but and as far as the tag titles go, I was about to say don't be surprised if the Outrunners win, because
Oh,
Tony Khan likes to appease to the internet, and the internet really like the Outrunners, so don't be surprised if they win. They may not, but
yeah.
just don't be.
I think they're gonna take the fall actually in this match, and then Private Party wins.
Ooh, all right, I like that.
Yeah, I
I'll
would
be fine
rather
with
that. Yeah, definitely would rather that happen. But yeah, Private
that.
Party
Real
needs
fast.
he needed to go off for this match, and it needs to be a great match. I mean, it's gonna be either way. I'm saying AEW, they're gonna have great matches. But I think needs to get something out of this and have a story between the other teams or something. Because
Definitely.
too many teams are spinning their wheels and they just have matches just to have matches. There's no story. Um,
Yeah, and plus you
so
had the Young Bucks who dropped the tag titles, and you would think they dropped it all for the sake of revitalizing the tag team division. So hopefully they'll do that. We'll see
yeah,
that become a thing after this pay-per-view.
of course. So it's a lot to look forward to. I'm trying to think what other matches at Full Gear are happening. Because we went through MJF, Roderick, that 4-way.
Um, Orange Cassidy and John.
I
I don't think there is any other match. Oh, Kyle Fletcher and Will Ospreay, but I don't think there's any other official matches.
Hangman and Jay White.
Oh, Jay White. That's right.
Yeah, and
Oh,
then
wow, there's a lot. They have 9 matches already. So, well, 7, because I'm not counting the pre-show. MJF, Roderick, Jay White, Hangman, the Fatal 4-Way, Mercedes, Statlander, Swerve, Bobby, Jack versus Daniel, Kyle Fletcher, Ospreay, Moxley, Cassidy. That's 9 matches. They're still probably going to add more.
God, see what I'm talking about? See what I'm
Well, I
talking
say
about?
9. Real quick, I said 9. Let me just clarify that other one. Big Boom AJ versus QT Marshall. I know that is your main event you're looking for.
No, I'm not watching that pre-show. I'm sorry, it's not happening. But
Oh,
that's all they need. Please don't add no more matches, Lord. I don't know what other
oh
matches
no,
you
you
can add
gotta.
anymore.
Oh, well, they're gonna add a Jericho match because Jericho gets a pay-per-view match. He's going to. They're probably gonna add a trios match because I don't know. I kind of feel like Claudio and the rest of the Death Riders need something to do. I don't know who they fighting, but
I
I don't
mean,
know.
because what they got Claudio fighting what Darby next week? Or he fighting? No, he fighting. Is he fighting Orange next week?
I think he's fighting. No, I think Yuta is fighting Orange,
Yeah, Yuta
right?
fighting
Is it
Orange.
Yuta for
Yeah,
Yuta?
Claudio fighting Darby.
Yeah.
Next
Okay.
week's Dynamite. So wow, yeah, we gotta see what happens with those, especially those two matches. That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, the pay-per-view's not till the 23rd. So what is that next? So yeah, this. Dynamite would be the go home show.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
these. Ooh. Okay, well here we go. Let's play a real quick game. Over under. This pay per view has 11 matches.
Oh man,
Right
over.
now it's sitting at 9. Over 11. Okay, you got over. Yeah,
And
probably.
the way
I
Tony
can see
Khan
them
books, I'm
adding.
gonna say over,
I can see them adding 3 more matches. I can see that.
and that's so crazy. Why?
Let me just compare real quick. Last year's Full Gear had Last year's Full Gear had 11 matches. It was 11
Oh,
on the dot because they had the pre-show matches. There was 3 pre-show matches. Good lord.
okay,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But still, there's only 1 pre-show match this year. It could
okay,
still be 11 matches in total.
yeah.
It could be 12.
I'm
12
just
man.
going about wait what happens. I've seen consistently, so it could be 11 or more, even though they don't need nothing. What they got right now is keep it there, please.
Well, we'll see. I doubt it, but we'll see.
Yeah. But I'm looking forward to Full Gear. I mean, like I said, it's certain matches. The top 3 matches I'm looking forward to is Swerve, Bobby, Fletcher-Ospreay, and Jay White and Hangman. Yeah,
Um,
I'm not sure gonna win those matches exactly, but I'm just looking forward to the matches themselves. Period. I would say Moxley and Orange, but I feel like Moxley's really gonna win that match. I'm kind of looking forward to see what's gonna happen after that match.
yeah, that
So
seems to be the thing too. That's where
yeah,
I am. I'm looking forward to Swerve and Bobby. I do want to see Kyle and Ospreay. I am a little intrigued in the Mercedes and Statlander match to see what happens. And I'm with you with the Moxley and Orange Cassidy. I just want to see the end. I just want to know what happens at the end because I'm pretty sure Moxley's going to win.
yeah. So tell us, ladies and gentlemen, what you think about the build to Full Gear and who you think gonna win at Full Gear. Let us know in the comments. We love to talk to you. We're gonna go back and forth about it. Argue. Like, if you want to argue about it, I got a little time. I got a little time. So
Hey, listen here. Look here. Osprey is going to wipe the floor with Kyle Fletcher. Argue with your mama about that one. That's going to happen.
I don't know. Like Fletcher might need to win, but yeah, Osprey is that dude right now, man. He coming up, continues to come up and do great things. Uh, that's the match might be added. Ricochet and Takeshita.
Oh yeah, the Ricochet has been kind of teasing the getting the Unit International Championship from
Yeah, and Takeshita left
him.
his title on the stage and Ricochet picked it up. So that might be added, bro. There
You
you go,
know,
10.
okay. Just real quick, forget. I'm not going to talk about it. Yeah, he did do that. He did that. That was actually a pretty cool moment, but I'll leave it like that.
Yeah. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up though. But like I said, leave it comments and leave your comments about who you think gonna win. Do you think we wrong in our opinions about it? Like I said, we're here to talk to you about it. That's what we do. This is what Champions Corner is here for. A great conversation between the big all-time fans. You know, it's where the real fans meet at. Let's go. And if you want to support the podcast, you love what you're hearing, go ahead and get to that merch shop, man. The Champions Corner, my spread shop. We got a lot of merch for you. Anything you like, you could, customize, request, do whatever you want, man. But go ahead and hit that buy now button. Go ahead and do that. And also hit that subscribe button for this channel, man. Show love for all our social media platforms. We love to hear from you. We love your support, man. So, but we'll see you next time. This is Champions Corner. We love it. Peace.
Good night, everyone.